September. I'm trying to get something off my screen and it won't go away. That's so weird. I can't. Arrow says to pull it down, and of course, I can't get it to pull down. What the heck? I guess it doesn't. I'm looking at my screen. I guess it just sits there, so it doesn't matter. Oh, it disappeared. Okay, whatever. Okay, it is September 10th, and I thought it would be fun to do a Halloween class. Um, I'm not a big Halloween person, but I mean, I do teach 4K, so I do make things for them, and I will make them a tag or card or something with their little gift. So I thought it'd be fun to make this, and it is a super cute. I don't like scary Halloween, but I like cute Halloween, and it's super cute. Even though it's called Spooky Halloween, it's not spooky at all. If you would like this class, it is 4 cards, and the 4 cards you can get it for $25 with $6 shipping, and you get everything but the stamped images. So hope you like it, and just reach out if you need a catalog. There's a new catalog, and I left it. Hold on. Here it is. It's the new mini catalog, and it's pretty awesome. I thought I was smart, and I took it apart. I just trimmed it down, and then I laminated the front and back, and I have a binder for school because I like to bind things, books and stuff for the kids, and I thought I was doing good, but then, yeah, I can't open the book. I mean, it opens, but it doesn't, it's too tight. So, not a smart move by me, but it's staying safe, and I can see the pages. It opens enough, it just doesn't open flat. So if you'd like a catalog, the new one, please let me know. Reach out to me. You can either reach out to me through Facebook Messenger or my email, Georgie's Two Long Dogs at gmail.com, and I will get it out to you. Okay. So let me go ahead and put the camera down so you can see what we're doing and the stuff we are using, okay? So you know me, takes a while. Got to twirl, turn around, all that stuff, and you might see my ceiling or my wall. You never know. But here you go. Sorry, it's coming. There we go. I think I'm getting it. There we go. Now we just got to figure out if it is. Hi, Carmen. Thank you for coming and watching this video. I appreciate it. I think it's right. Let's see. I'll bring this in front. This is the stamp set, Spooky Halloween. It's super cute. Yep, I got it right. Okay. It comes with 9 dies and some stamps. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stamps. And it's just a super cute stamp set. And it's got really pretty paper. Well, it's got cute and pretty paper. I'll show you that too. It also comes, the suite also comes with this ribbon. It's pretty. It's got a little sparkle to it. And I think this is, not I think, I know this is Petunia Pop. But Petunia Pop with a shine. So pretty. So that's in the suite. And then this paper is in the suite. And as you can tell, I've used lots of it. There's some that I like a lot, and some that I just don't know how to use, but I tried. So let's see if I can find the pieces that I haven't used. Okay, you get 2 pages of die cuts, 2 by 12 by 12 pages of die cuts, which I don't know why I can't use the die cuts. I try as I might. I punched out a few things and I just couldn't use them. I have to figure that out. I always go back to the stamps, but they're cute because even look at this little hippo. I mean, he's super cute, and I love this tree. I don't know. And look at the little candy corn. Like I said, super cute stuff, but I have issues using that. Okay, and then there is this, which is like a background, and again, tried using this. Didn't go well with the card, so I can see maybe using it on a scrapbook page, and I'm sure people can use it on a card. I just struggle. But that's pretty, Petunia Pop. And then I did use this on a card, and I thought I was going to struggle with this, but I think I kind of liked it, the card I made. And then the back side is the pumpkin pie in white. And these are the tags. I haven't used any of the tags, but I could see using them. I mean, I love the candy one. I'm not a skull person, but I love the candy. Hi, Christina. Carmen, you love Halloween? I wish I loved Halloween. I think I messed it up for my boys because they pretty much stopped trick-or-treating in 3rd, 4th grade just because I wasn't into it, which is kind of sad. I kind of screwed up, their Halloween fun. Then there's this gray. I think it doesn't say what gray it is, but maybe basic gray and a little bit of the darker one, granite. I'm not sure. And then this one's super cute. I didn't use this yet, this side, on any of the cards, but kind of would make a really cute scrapbook page, I think. Pieces of it, not the whole thing. But I did use this. This is pumpkin pie. And then there's this one that has blacks and grays and pumpkin pie. And this is my favorite. Super cute. Little pieces of candy. That's funny. I have a friend that loves Halloween, like even more than like Christmas, and I don't understand that. But hey, to each his own, right? That's what makes the world go around. So those are the papers, and on it says the colors. Let me put this on. Basic black, daffodil delight, pineapple green, petunia pop, and pumpkin pie, and obviously there's a bunch of grays too in here. So that's the paper. So paper, ribbon, dies, I think. Oh, embellishments. They're really cute. These I really like a lot. They're like foamy, and they're just pretty and sparkly stars. And you totally can use them for other things than just the Halloween. They come in the white and the purpley. I don't know if that's, I know this isn't in the paper color, but I think those are, I don't know, I didn't look it up, but I would assume those are gorgeous grape or something. The way they're darker. And then black. I don't think it says. I should have looked it up and found out, but so those are the things in the suite. We will be using other things for making the cards. And silly me could not find one of my embossing. I really need to stop and get organized because I think I lost one of my embossing. Not lost, but it's somewhere around here, embossing folders, the one with the dots, and I made it one of the cards with it, couldn't find it, so I had to switch it up a little bit and use a different embossing folder, which it'll be fine, but it's not I think the dots look better. So let me go ahead and show you the cards we're gonna make. I have the cards that we're going to make inside the card that I already made, so I'm not gonna open them right now, but I'll just show you the front. This is the first one, and that's that paper. I said I wasn't sure how to use it, but I kind of like it. Don't worry, eat sweets, and I think, I'll look really quick. The inside just says Happy Halloween. And I love the coloring part of this. Coloring just makes me happy. So, oops, one of my little, I don't know where this came from. One of my little stars came off of something. This is another one. It's a slide. Rose Coleman did a slide card, not with this. She did it with the bundle with the, I'm trying to think, I have it too. What is the bundle? Hold on. She did it with, oh, this one, the Tractor and Company, which I haven't used yet. I can't wait to use it. It's super cute. And she did it with that card this way. A little bit different, but that's where I got the idea. So thank you to Rose Coleman for giving me that idea. And then the inside is just no tricks, all treats. That's that one. And then this one was the first one I made a while back. And I got a star stuck to it. I'm going to put that here because I don't know where that came from. And this is, I'm using the party, what are they? The banners, the new banners for this card. And I'm not going to open that one because that one's kind of a disaster. And then there's this one. This one's pretty simple. And it's just inside Happy Halloween. So what do you think? Should I start with the simple one or do one of the other ones? Which one should I start with? I got a lot of stuff ready and I did a lot of stuff, but I haven't did everything for it. Well, I think we'll start with the simple one. Put this to the side. So this one is Petunia Pop. Open this up and take everything out. I thought this die, let me pull it out, was pretty cool. I really never saw anything like it. This is the die. And you think that it's just going to be some weird dyed bat with a tag. But when you put it in and you cut the die out, this is what happens. There's a score line and you score it where that score line is, and the bat sticks up. So I just think that's kind of cool, and I used it in a different way. There we go. I didn't use it like just at the top of the paper. I used it as part of my sentiment. So let's see how that works out here. Okay, so the base, oh, I forgot to do the white piece. I have to make a white piece. The base is the typical 5.5 by 5.25 by, no, 5.5 by 8.5. Why can't I remember that? Yep, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. And we just need pieces of all, not all, but most of the DSP. So I have the candy, the gray, the pumpkin pie and white, and then the pumpkin pie, and it looks like little black and gray specks. And then I went ahead, these are about 1 inch by 4, and then I cut these. I didn't really measure. All I did was cut them so that they just gave barely any little mat around it. That's how I decided to do it. So it's probably 1 inch and maybe 1/8, maybe a 1/16. Maybe, I think it's 1 inch and 1/8. Yeah. So it just gives a little border. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue these down. Ooh, my glue. Might have to start a new one. Let me go ahead and move these out of the way for a second. These are for the inside. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little glue if I can get it going. Might have to start a new one. I think I'll let that sit and start a new one. Or a newer one. So let that sit for a minute or two while I have to cut the inside white, basic white. For some reason, I did not do that. So I will take care of that. Let this sit and get a little gooey, or less gooey, I should say. Let me grab a piece of white. I need to do a 4, I don't think I did a, yeah, 4 by 5 1/4. Here, this little piece, this little tangle is a for the sentiment. So I'm going to take black pieces. And, ooh, this is cut. I'm going to have to trim this one. It's not a very even cut. I don't know what I did, so I'm going to trim that off. Hopefully they're not all like that. I thought I trimmed them pretty well, but could be wrong. Yeah, that's what I did for each of them. Jeez Louise, I'm sorry. I'm going to trim that off, let it glue, and then I'll trim them all at the same time. There we go. I love this candy paper. I wish they would have done stamps with the candy on it. That would have been really cute. Last but not least, jeez, my fingers don't want to work. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and just trim the bottoms of these. This one I did pretty well, so that one I wanted to trim much. I don't know what I was doing on the other ones. I messed those up. Okay, so that's done. The way I did this, I took my actual card, finished that, and I did orange, gray, where's my, orange, gray, and I did the 2 outer ones first, and then I popped up the 2 middle ones, so. Glue again to all of them. Okay. And I started with the orange with the gray and black dots and gave it a border. Gray one and put it, oops, that wasn't the gray one. Kind of hard to see when you have them upside down. Nope, of course. I chose the last one. Put that about the same distance. Oh, I said I'm going to pop them up, and then I went ahead and put glue on them, so I'm just going to wipe that glue off so I can pop it up. Silly. Listen to myself here. While it's drying, because I got it all wet. I'm going to go ahead and stamp "No Tricks, All Treats" on this. I agree. It is. I didn't have a lot of scraps yet because I didn't use a lot of, I mean, I used quite a bit of the paper, but it wasn't like I used so much that I only had little pieces left. I have a full piece of each of them, but this would be a good way to use up scraps. Let me go ahead and get the stamp. And I just used black Memento with this. And I'm trying to, a lot of times I make my cards, and when I make my cards I use so much DSP. If anybody wanted it as a class, it's hard to do that because then you go through so much DSP. Learned that from Christine. She's a smart woman when it comes to. So I'm trying to not do that, but of course I did use a lot of the DSP on some of them. So let me go ahead and put this right in the center. There we go. Just gonna use a wipe. Put that back so I don't lose it. I lost the fence while I was making these things. The fence dye, I had to search for it left and right. I'll close that for now. I need it for the inside, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Okay, this is dry. I'm going to go ahead and put some dimensionals on it. And this one too. Such a goof, man. I'm screwing up today. I have to add this first. I'm going to take this middle dimensional off right now. I'll put it on, oops, put it on our mat. There we go. So what we have to do is we have to add this. So it's like that, right in the center. So I added first a little bit of glue right here on each of them. Okay. And then I just kind of put it in the center, about the center. I think I put it a little low on the card itself. So I'll go ahead and do that again. And push it down. And this is not glued down yet. That's okay. And then I'm going to do it the same thing on this one. And what we have to do is kind of line them up so that they're pretty even Steven. Is that, I don't know if that's a good term or not. I just grew up with that. So it's about the same on both sides. It's pretty close. Like that. And now I can glue this down. Glue there. There. Now we can pop them up. One step at a time, right? Just kind of eyeballed it. Now I'm not going to push it down super hard because I want to make sure that I have the correct spacing in between all of them. I think I do. Oh. My dog was right. No. Oops. just take off the. My dog was rummaging through through my bag I bring to school, and she got her head caught in the handle. She was not happy with herself. Okay, so that's the next step, and then I'm just going to take my All Tricks No Treats and glue it down. Just add a little bit. Kind of smear it in the middle. There we go. And the inside, what did I do? I added Happy Halloween, and what I did was I took the same DSP in the same order, and I just put it on the side. So gotta wipe my fingers. When I was peeling that off, I got a lot of glue on them. Okay, so I started with the orange, or I should say, I'm sorry, pumpkin pie with the little black specks. Just need a little bit of glue. Put that down. And then I did the candy one next, just like I did on the front. Hazel, just rummaging through my bag. I sleep all day and all night when I'm not doing anything, but I start the live videos and they all of a sudden become alive. There we go. And then the white with the pumpkin pie. Oops. Glad that landed the right way. And I just left a little white in between each of them. I don't know. You don't have to. That's what I did. I just like the way it looked. I think that's what I did. Yep. And then the last one. I really like this gray paper. This, you know, this DSP. Okay. And then I just use the stamp Happy Halloween. What color did I use? I used Petunia Pop. This is last year's in color. In the center. Go, and all I have to do is add some embellishments, those cute little foam stars. Let me put this back so I don't lose it. Put this in this. Glue. Add a black star. I use a big one. And then on the front, I used a little. Ones and a medium. No, big. I'm going to use any mediums on this. I'm going to move this purple one up, the little one up a little bit. And then I did use Stella Stella. I pushed these up a little bit just so they look like they're flying. And I Stellaed the bats. card number 1 done. No ribbon on this one. And I said I was going to try to put a heart on each one, and I thought, I don't know, Halloween and hearts, like, I couldn't decide to do that. I said from now on I was going to put a heart on each card I made, but I don't know. I just didn't do it. Maybe I'll put it on the back. That would be cute. Okay, so that's the first one. Let me go ahead and put that away. I think we'll do this one next. I really like this one. I think this was the one that we just did. This one was the last one I made. And to be honest, I finished them yesterday, last night. This was the second last, the last. And you see I have a little glue. I gotta get the glue eraser because I was gonna put the Don't Worry, Eat Sweet different. And I had it glued down and I had to pull it up, so that left a little glue. So I'm gonna take all this out. Oh, I gotta do the base. Boy, I'm getting everything. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the base. The base is 5 1/2. By 8 1/2. And I can't hear it. Is this gray granite, the dark one? Oh, and score at 4 1/4. Okay. And I embossed the black mat. Let me score this really quick. This black piece I embossed, and I used, get this out. Which one is this? Nope. The exposed brick, just because I thought there's brick on the paper. The DSP. See? So I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and add that. So let me go ahead and emboss this. You guys know that when you emboss, this is a 3D emboss. So you only need the dark gray and the bottom. Oh, that's not what I want. The bottom plate. And you line it up with the black line and close it and put it in this way so that the closed end goes through first so that it doesn't break it. If you did it this way, the closed end might break with the pressure. So, here that. I really like this folder. It's one of my favorites. I got it because this, this one is my absolute favorite. Can't remember what this is called, but it's Distress too, but we don't carry it anymore. We still kept it though because it's my favorite and I can't give it up. So I thought, well, this one's Distress, so maybe I can take it and use it like I use that one, because I use that one for everything all the time. So I'm trying to use this one more. Just to replace that one. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Granny Apple Green and mat this to it. Make sure we get an even mat all the way around. Oops, oh, that didn't work. Tried to fix it, made it worse. There we go. And then this can go right on the cover. Make sure it's right. Again, make sure it's even all the way around. There we go. And all I did was take this and kind of put it, the DSP, to the left and make it the same around the edges. It's about a little less than 1/4 of an inch, maybe 1/4 of an inch. Yeah, about 1/4 of an inch. Give or take. And then I took the other DSP that looks like the brick house or condominium or townhome or whatever you want to call it, and did the same thing but did it to the right, right bottom corner, and gave it about 1/4 of an inch border. I already stamped this guy. Here's the stamp, and then his little die cut, and colored it. I left 2 that I will color with you so you can see. I have to re-ink my black because that doesn't look right. I wonder if I can, will I ruin it by adding? Yeah, I did ruin it a little bit. It wasn't steady. Not too bad. Okay. I have to re-ink my black again because I use it so much. I put him on dimensionals. And I kind of put a lot because I didn't want him to be getting bent if you mail this to somebody. So I put 2 there and there. Came down here, and then I used the small ones and put them on his feet and on his lollipop. Okay. And he went in the right corner. Right bottom corner. He's so cute. Little doggy Frankenstein. But make sure you leave room because I'm going to add a pumpkin, which I did not do. So we'll do that together. Okay. Then I have these lovely little cute bats. That's these dies. And they come in, it's 2 bats, so I did more than 2 obviously, so I can make 3. But I just dyed it. And I used a dimensional, the littles. And put it right in the center. I pushed up the wings a little bit. Obviously, you don't have to put them where I put them. Everybody's eye is different on where they think it looks good. Okay, this guy. And we'll Stella them in a little bit. But I forgot to make the pumpkin, so I'm going to go ahead and make the pumpkin. Got a piece of white right here. I don't know what I did with my little block. I have to find it. I took it with me when I did a class at my brother-in-law's bar and grill because they have a room so I can do a class there. Only had 1 person, but that was okay. One is better than none, I guess. And it's somewhere again. Everything is somewhere. I didn't leave it there, I know that. So I just gotta search all my bags, see if it's at the bottom. And then I'm going to go ahead and color that. I use pumpkin pie. Light and dark. And these are the, oops, it's too bigger. The Stampin' Up! Blends. I love these things. I love coloring, and these color so beautifully. And they blend so that you can get some highlights and lowlights and all those different things to make it look so realistic. They're just so fun. They're alcohol based, so you can't wipe them off with water. And that's why you have to use the, it's best to use the black Memento because it doesn't bleed. And look, they give you 2 of these little dies for the pumpkins. And I'm going to go ahead and use a little piece of Post-it tape so it doesn't move around. And go ahead and tape this down and run it through. These days, I don't have a place that I can have everything on my table. You don't have to put it on the floor. But not now. That's okay. Basset Hound is sleeping right now, which is good. When I got home, he must have had a seizure. He has seizures every once in a while. Not bad enough for him to go on like any specific heavy-duty medicine. He's just on a daily medicine, but it's a natural medicine. But I know he had he had a seizure because he was pretty out of it panting. He was up and around and everything, which is normal. He doesn't go through too much, thank goodness. But he pottied in the house, he peed, which he never does. I was able to clean it up easily. It's not a big deal, and he had to go potty right away when I got home. And he just wasn't himself, so I know he had a seizure, so he's zonked on the couch because it takes a lot out of him. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little pumpkin. My boys always used to carry those pumpkins. And then we're going to oh, I should have looked at that. Go ahead. Boy, those words didn't want to come out. I have a little piece of white cardstock, and I used the thinnest rectangle from the Textured Notes, the dies from that. I love these dies. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp it first because I'm not really good at the cutting out and then stamping. And let me get that stamp. Oops. Don't worry, eat sweets. I think we all need to do that every once in a while. Put these dies out here. Can't find. There it is. So, get down on my mat. And I did this in pumpkin pie. I have that right here. That right in the center. Hopefully that's straight. There we go. And then we'll cut that out. Tape. I use what we used before. I like this Post-it tape. You can use and reuse it. And I'll put that through. the sides. I think it did. Yep. Yay. Put that die back, because that's how I lose things if I don't put them back. Okay. So what I did was take the ribbon, finally get to use the ribbon, because I didn't use it on the other one. And I put tear and tape across. How do I do it? Oh, here it is. I'm just going to do like pieces. I'm not going to go all the way across because I also want to put dimensionals. Do that. And just a couple pieces just to keep them in place when I'm ready. Burnish it. And then I went back and forth, and I ended up with the end at the same spot for both. And I don't know, I've never really done that before. So like instead of having it up, down, up, I did it 4, so there was 3 bumps. So I went up, down, up, and then down. So kind of like a messy M. Snip it off to get new snips. These are getting very dull. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put this across, and this across, pull them down a little bit, and then I'm gonna put dimensionals. To the front of the card. And while let's trim this up. Hopefully my scissors are going to cut this. I don't know why they're so dull. I have to get new ones. Oh, that didn't do too bad. I was doing it the other day and it was really making a mess of the paper. So I just kind of fit it in between the bats and put it at an angle. There we go. And I added Stella Stella to the bats. Added it to the candy, the sucker. I could add it, I guess, to the pumpkin. That would be fun, right? Kind of a sparkly pumpkin. Okay. And then in the inside, nothing really crazy. All I did was add Happy Halloween with some bats. So I'm going to go ahead and get this out and add those cute little bats flying away, which I kind of like those too. Let's see. What color did I use? Good question. Oh, pumpkin pie, of course. Just put that right in the center. A little up high into the center. Obviously, you can put it wherever you want it. There we go. And so I made it. I'm trying to think of remember the note card set that, notebook. I have to look at what it's called. I made the teachers from school each a card from it. I should have saved one so I could show you guys. It was so much fun. I love this set. I am never ever getting rid of this. It is so super cute. And of course I'm looking for it. And I used it, so I thought it's that small. Oh, here it is. This. Just a note with the dies. The dies are so super cute. Look, like you can do little paper clips and one of those clippies. You got this with the silver. I mean, this is like the cutest set. I'm keeping this set forever because it's perfect for like teacher stuff. But I made a little like tag card like thing, but it goes like this. Oh my gosh, it keeps sticking to my finger. Maybe if I put it down. And I know this has nothing to do with the Halloween cards, but... And then there's a die that looks like the top of a clipboard. So I put it on a clipboard. Oh my gosh, it is just like the cutest set. Look, this is the paper. It's got the like notebook, and then use this part to stamp the lines. Loved it. It was so much fun to use. I'm gonna definitely make more. I might do a class with that just for fun because I think it's so cute. Okay, sorry. Back to the Halloween stuff. Here we go. I need the backs. And I use the base, the black memento. Just put them up in the corner. Almost. Like that. There we go. I really need to do my memento. I'm going to do that after class, after this live, because it's not very dark anymore. That's what I love about memento, that it gets so dark. Okay. I think that's all I put. Yep. We'll go ahead and put that on the inside. And we're done with card number 2. Or 3. 2. 2. Sorry. Ta-da! Card number 2. And I did not put an embellishment on this one either, but I thought it had a lot of sparkle with the bats. And using the Stella, and had pop in the ribbon, so I did not do anything there. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna take this, put some things away real quick so I don't lose anything. Look at me trying to be good here. So, excuse me. Let's see. Let's do the little pocket one. Now I use the pocket dies. This is not available anymore, but I really like these and I didn't get rid of them. So I use these for the little pocket to make the little slide mechanism like this thing. Okay, so we have a lot of things in this card. I'm going to take some things out. And we get to use the little haunted house. Okay. So first, let's stamp. It's funny because see the white little, like, I don't know if they're stars or just magic or whatever. I did that after the fact. It'll be so much easier when I do it now, before I glue everything down, because it just wasn't easy when I had to work around the circles and the bumps and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that out. This is the stamp. And get my white ink, which is somewhere that I had it ready. We have the black. Really? Ooh, sorry. Good. everything. God, I had my white out. Hold on. Drop the dies so I don't want to lose anything here. Okay. Maybe we won't be adding those stars. Black. God, I was so prepared. Don't you love when this happens? I don't. It makes me very upset and sad that I can't get my act together and find everything. I don't think I brought it to school. I'll tell everybody I brought this to school. Nope. Well, maybe those stars aren't going to come on. Really? Maybe I should put this one to the side and do the other one first so that maybe it'll pop up somewhere. Because I know I just looked at it because I thought it was my black ink, because I inked up one of these regular stamps, and I have one that is black and one that is white. And I made the mistake and put black here for the white one and nothing for the black one. And I did pick it up, and now, and I thought, oh, no, that's not the right one. And oh, I found it. Hip, hip, hooray. There we go. Okay. Got the white. So I'm just going to put white little sparkles all over. And you know what I was thinking earlier? It would have been cute to emboss white. But I did not do that, and I thought, I'm not doing it now, but I think that would make a really cute addition, right? And we're just going to go back and forth all over until we have it covered like we want. Now, I didn't do the bottom because I was thinking this was like almost like the night sky. But you do what you want. If you think you need to do the bottom, go for it. I just thought it was like twinkling, kind of twinkling stars. Not too bad. Okay, I think I like that. Good enough. Okay, let's see. Hopefully, last time I was on last week, my computer totally shut down. You know, like swirled, the swirl, and wouldn't come back. So I'm hoping that won't happen tonight. I still don't know what really happened. Okay, so we need to make the slit in this. So what we do, or what I do, is close up my ink so I don't ruin that. And we're gonna put this so that we're gonna put it so it's kind of in the center of the pocket, and you're gonna pull it down and you're gonna give it like an inch. I'm not gonna pull it down yet. I'm gonna line it up. Can you see that? I don't know. Am I in the, there we go. See where there's an inch, and then there's the little line here showing that that gray is in at the 1 inch. And you're gonna do it until you hit the 4 inch. Okay? So you push down and you push up to the 4 inch, and that's your slit. Ta-da! Okay. Now we can do some gluing. And I used Terran tape because I was afraid that the glue would, looks like I have to change my blade, make the thing that goes up and down stick. So I'm gonna go ahead and burnish these. Obviously, if you don't have, well, if you buy the kit from me, you'll get this pocket. But if you don't have to. You can make it without the pocket dies. It's just easier with the pocket dies. The sides. This way the slide won't stick. Okay. Piece up here. I'm going to go ahead and burnish it and pull it off. I'm going to add just a little piece up here. There we go. If it's over, you just tuck it over. You know, like the little pieces. There we go. Okay, so we're going to add this to the center, you know, center it in the middle. Wait, I almost did something wrong. Sorry. I forgot to add the little mechanism to make it go up and down. Hold on. You can just get a piece of white. Long enough. Here, hold on. So now it's going to be hard because I got to stick it in so that it, yep, that'll be good. So let's put that. So you have to stick it in this way. So the smaller piece is here. I'm going to pull it a little bit more. There we go. So that circle is going to sit on that, and it'll go up and down. So then I need to take this white piece, that's going to fit in, and that's the card part that goes up and down, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and use tear and tape on that too, just so it doesn't ooze out anywhere. I'm going to go ahead, add a couple pieces. Oops. Okay, and burnish that. Tear and tape stuck in my finger. Trying to throw a little piece away and it's stuck. Okay. So, 1, 2. Okay. And I'm going to take this piece, my fingers are sticking through it, and I'm just going to line it up so it's kind of even everywhere. I might have to cut a little bit off. I made it a little longer than I should have. There we go. I'm just going to put, see how it's peeking out. Thought I made it the right amount, but it's a little bit too long, so I'll just trim that off. I need to put a new blade, I think, in. Got all weird. stuck in my fingers. Let's see. Is it peeking out, or do I need to make more? I need to trim it more. Goodness. Okay. Just to make it even with the black little pocket. There we go. Finally. Shoo. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and center that. So it's got a nice little rim around. Put it down on the Granny Apple Green mat. There we go. Okay. Then we could go ahead and put that in the front of the card. And that's pumpkin pie. And that we can just use our regular old glue. Oops. Jeez. What is wrong with me? Dropping everything. Right in the center again. And now we get to do the fun part of putting all this together. Okay, that's the in the middle. I didn't cut that very well. Okay, let's put it together and then we'll attach it. So, take your pick tool and pick those out. I think I only missed a couple. Yep, I think I got them. Okay, put the orange in the center of the green. Pumpkin pie, I should say. The pumpkin pie in the middle of the Granny Apple. There we go. And then the little house, in order for it to look like it's got like lights on, I'm gonna just add a little glue around the windows and then add daffodil delight pieces to cover up the holes. I'll show you. You'll see in a second. I think you understand what I'm saying. Just got to make sure that it fits so you can't see it from the front. Let's see. See? Ta-da! And that I put on dimensionals. I have one started. Maybe one in the middle. Okay. I kind of put it down in the corner, a little lower to the right, like that. And this was kind of, oh, I did it again. I wanted to add those bats, and I did this the first time too. So now I gotta add them again. Oops, sorry, that was probably pretty loud. With the house on it, and that's what I did last time. So all I did was use the one bat. I used this little one, and I just inked up that little one each time. Oop, see, I opened up my white one. I put it where it goes. Okay, so I just inked up that little one right there. Tap, tap, tap. And then added it in the sky. There you go. I'll do it again. One more. So we always like threes, right? I like it here. See if the ridges will help. And it won't make a difference. Nope. Okay. Easy peasy. Thought that was going to be harder. Okay, and then I took the fence. And I know it's kind of floating, which I wasn't too happy about, but I really didn't want to cut dimensionals or thick. I know we have those lines of dimensional, like sticky, but I don't know. I just didn't want to do that. So I thought it should be okay. So I just added just a little bit of glue to the first area here and the dots. We'll see if that works. And then I put it just like this. Oh, look at what I did. Dang. I have ink somewhere because I just put ink all over. Ugh. Well, I'm going to continue. I'll think of something to do so that, see? Can you see it from here? Look. I think it was from, yep. Silly me. Goodness gracious, that's what teaches me to rush. Well, I'll figure something out. Maybe I'll take a blending brush and blend it or something so that it goes away. Okay, so now we need to add this to our piece right here. So I'm going to go ahead and add tear and tape to that. If I can find it. Again, really? I give up. I don't think I'm meant to do this. Well, maybe I won't be using tear and tape because I have put it somewhere and it's probably here and you guys probably can see it. Nope, I'm looking at the screen. You can't see it. Okay, well, I guess I will use liquid glue. And what I'm going to do is let this sit for a little bit while we do the inside so it dries a little bit and doesn't squish out. Okay. So on the inside, all I did was take a piece of the white cardstock and the Granny Apple Green and cut it so there's a little border like we always do. Just make sure that's right. Yep. And I just put no tricks, all treats, and I put it down here and did it in Petunia Pie. I like the no tricks, all treats because I don't like the trick part. Giving out treats is great. I don't like when people want to do tricks. I don't think that's nice. But handing out candy, that's a different story. I was wondering why I had my stamp upside down so it wouldn't come off. Ugh, so goofy. Okay, so I just stamped this down here in this corner. It's the right side. And then I added the bats. Because there's bats on front, so we might as well add some bats. Get my bats again. And I used all of them this time. I just curled them around a little bit. Stump up. There we go. And then I added stars, but we'll add the stars in a second. should be proud of me though, because I have been putting the stamps away as I use them, which I normally don't do. Okay, I did have a piece of that DSP, the orange with the black dots, and I just put it along the side to make it go with the front of the card. Just to give it a little something something. So we'll go ahead and add that. So that, I'm going to trim that off. There we go. Okay. Add that to the center or inside of the card. Oops, I forgot the green part. First added to the Granny Apple. I mean, you could have added it without that, but it just gives a little extra something something, right? Now we can add it to the card. There. Okay, now we can add this circle. Just got my hair. Somebody's hair. That's definitely not my hair. It's brown. Center it, push down. Let's see, hopefully I did it right. Yep. Oh, you know what I forgot to do is stamp this. That's okay, we can stamp this now. I just put Happy Halloween. Should be able to be okay. And again, I did Petunia Pop. I've never used Petunia Pop so much with it, except for this set. It's never been my color that I really love, but it really, it's good with this. Let's bring it down, hopefully. Gives enough room for the ribbon. Not perfect, it's because of this. If I would have done it before, it would have been better, but that's okay, it'll work. And I'm gonna get those hole punchers. Have you seen those hole punchers? The 3 hole punchers. One's a dot, one's a straight line for ribbon, and then one's that different kind. They were on back order when I went to get them a while back, and they're in stock now, and I just haven't placed an order for them, but I want to get those. Now I just use a regular old hole punch, and it's so big I don't want to use it, but I have to. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the hole punch, and then take a piece of the ribbon. Oops, stuck to me. Just wash my hands with the white, but it's still stuck. 5 inches so we can fold it over. Except for I did it backwards. Hold on. It doesn't look pretty when it's like that. Gotta feed it through this way. So you can have this pretty side. There we go. Better. Take my scissors and snip them off. long. I might cut that down a little bit. Okay. See, if I would have done it, I would have had it down lower, but because of the way I had it, you could see that little bit there. But I'm gonna let it be. Okay, so now let's add some stars. I added some white on the front. There. I love these little ones, they're so cute. And then a medium one over here. And then I think I added, yep, I added purple ones, 3 purple ones on the inside. I did a small, medium, and a large. Small, medium, and then I put a large one down at the bottom over here. Large. Nope. Put it lower. You gotta really push them down. They don't stick if you just kind of put them. They're squishy. Okay. Oh, did I Stella anything on this one? I don't think I did. No Stella. So that's the 3rd card. Oh, I think I put a black one, a little black one in here. Right there. Hopefully it doesn't make it stick. There we go. Okay. Card number 3, done. Okay, the last one. The most time-consuming one. It's not hard. It's just time. Get rid of this. And I did a lot of it, but I did leave some of it because I wanted to show you how I did it. So this is the card. I'm going to pull everything out and then we'll see it. And I used the new banners. These lovely things. I love them. They're so fun, so special. And this is, I think this is my favorite one. That's what I did. So, let's see. Should we color first? And then cut everything out so that we have everything available and ready to go. So, I already stamped. So now I just have to color. And I used, of course, the Stampin' Up! Blends. And I use Pumpkin Pie, light and dark. I used Petunia Pop, light and dark. I used Red Apple Green, light and dark. And that's for the kitty. And then I added Daffodil Delight, light and dark, along with the other colors for the Frankenstein dog. So let's go ahead and start. I always start with the darker color first and then blend with the light. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but that's how I do it. Oh, and I also used gray on the dog's eye. So I'm just gonna go over certain areas that I think and outline it a little bit. Give the dog some depth. And then go back and use the light garden, Red Apple Green. I need to get a new one of these. It's kind of dying, so I have to push a little harder than I normally do. Go over the dark so it blends it. And I usually go like in little circular moves if I can. And then it has a little V here. I think that's his neck. And then his little paws or hands. Oh, got his ear. Go over it as much as I can for it to blend. I don't like when you can actually see. If you need to add more, you can. I think he looks okay. I used, what did I use? A gray. What is this? Smoky slate. Yep, that's what I used. And I did dark and light, but I don't see my dark, so I'm just going to go ahead and use that. I gotta find my dark. I know I used it. Hold on. Maybe my... Maybe not. It's gonna just have to be with the light. Nobody will notice. Just me. When I find it, I'll go ahead and give it a little depth. Okay, and then his shirt, I use pumpkin pie. Just did a little bit here and there. I forgot to do his little, what is that little thing on the side of Frankenstein's head? His neck, his little bolt. The other side. I don't like that side as much. This works better with the blending. Hopefully this isn't too boring. We only have these two things, so it shouldn't be too long. Oops. And then his pants, I did Daffodil Delight. The other one I think I did use gray. One of the grays, I think slate. Maybe that's why I can't find it. I used it then. There we go. And then his socks, I used green. I think I used the light guard Granny Apple and the pumpkin pie light. And then his sucker, I use dark and light Petunia Pop. Okay, there's one. Let's go ahead and do the kitty. The kitty I used pumpkin pie. Needed an orange cat. I was going to do black, but I thought I don't know. I didn't want it to blend in so much with the hat and everything, so I decided no go. So I just used orange. We used to have an orange cat, my husband and I, when we first got married. Not first, but a few years in. We called him we got him in, I think it was Christmas Eve. We were out walking around and stuff, and he was in a pet store. I normally don't buy things in a pet store, but yeah. So he was in a pet store, and we felt really bad that he was going to spend Christmas at pet store. So we took him, and he was cool. He was huge. I don't know if he had some Maine Coon or something in him, but he was a big cat. He was beautiful. Big orange cat. And we called him Taz for short. But Tasmanian Devil was his true name. So I'm going to go ahead and get her little feet. There we go. And then I think I used light petal pink for the inside of her ears. And I used black for her nose. I could have used pink, I guess, but I just like the black. And then Petunia Pop, I used dark and light for her little dress. Let's add some details. Oh, I made a mistake. I was thinking I did her whole dress. Oh well, I'm going to do her whole dress. This one I'm going to do it all purple. Or, you know, Petunia Pop. The other one I did the skirt in Granny Apple Green, but I went over it, so I don't want to look weird with that Petunia Pop there. So, oh well, it'll be different. Well, this one's going to be totally different because remember I said I couldn't find that bumpy one. I can't think of that embossing folder's name where it has the dots. I'll show. Oh, this one. This one. Can't find it anywhere. I know I used it, but I can't find it anywhere. Nobody's talking. Only 5 watching. Okay, so go ahead and do inside here. Let's do our socks. We'll do our sock slate. Turn the pop. And then green. So it was a pretty cool cat, like I said. So I am partial to the orange kitties. Okay, let's go ahead and cut those out. Die cut them out. Get our little guys. Our little witch kitty. Again, I would rather have that hat darker, but when I did this, like I said, after this class, I'm going to go ahead and ink up the Memento because it's getting kind of light there. And then the doggy Frankenstein. Run those through. Go. Let's see. Hopefully it turned out cute. You did. These are such cute guys and stamps. There you go. Okay. Let's see, what else do we need to... Oh, I didn't die cut the house. I have the bats, I think. Let's see, do I have the... Yep. Did I die cut the house? These are the 3 banners I used. Let's see if I died... Oh, I did die cut out the house. Okay, so I die cut out everything. So these are the banners I used. Put that here. The purple was the smallest of the 3, and then that's Gorgeous Grape. And then this, the pumpkin pie, was the medium. And this one, all I did was cut off the end of this card. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. What I did was I lined it up just like this, and I only went so far just to cut this off. Okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and tape that down. And I'll put it on here so we don't have to move it. So we need plate 1, plate 2, first plate 3. I'm gonna add it. Just like that. Add a piece of tape or 2. So I can get that bottom cut. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that through. Top number 3. Sometimes if you don't get it lined up just right, it doesn't look quite right, but I think it's okay. sorry, I'm still here. I'm just fixing something. Okay, we're all good. Just going to trim the little piece off. Okay, so then we have that little arch down there. See? Okay, and this was all shaped. Here are my scissors. Okay, I just want to see how it's like hairy. I hate when that happens. I need to change my trimmer. There we go. Better than it was. Okay. So now we're going to emboss this small one. Like I said, I used the purple one, but can't find that. Also can't find the littlest arch. That's somewhere, which makes me sad. So that won't be an arch right now. So I thought the waves might be fun. And not like water waves, but like magic. Like, ooh, wishy-washy magic. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. And I think I'm going to do it so it's this way. So line that up. Put that in. Just need, I think this is a 3D, so we just need the bottom plate and the dark gray plate. That is it. Yeah, that'll work. And those bumps and bruises and cracks are all good. Okay. So it's a fun die. I mean, it's a fun embossing folder too. See? I like that one. I just really like the dots for this. So it's kind of cool. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to the center of this die. Need a little bit extra glue on this because of the waves are really deep. Waves are deep. I made a dad joke there. So, and then this is going to go on the black card base. See, it's not hard, it's just a little time consuming, and it would have even been more if I didn't go ahead and cut things out. And again, we're just going to try to get it even around. I have an advertisement up on my screen, so I can't see. There we go. Make it even all the way around, which I did not do, so we're going to unstick that. And I ripped it. Normally it doesn't stick that quick. It'll be okay. There we go. Okay, let me put this die right here. So now we need to add our things. I popped everything up on this. Oh, let's, so I decided I was just going to cut this into a rectangle for the No Tricks because I could not find that little die, and I'm hoping that I find it because that one is such a fun little die to have. What did I do? No Tricks. So all I did was use the top part of the No Tricks All Treats. So I just inked up that top part, and I used a piece of Post-it paper and did that. So I covered up All Treats, and I have to remember to take it off because I've done that, where I've inked up the stamp and then forgot to take the post-it off, so I got that big old black blob. now, I take it off. Because see, I've done that. And I've stamped with it on. Not pretty. Not pretty at all. And then I'm just going to stamp that down, and then we'll just trim it up. It's not going to be as cute as the arch, but I will find that somewhere. There we go. No tricks. We're going to use it again for the all treats part. I'm going to go ahead and trim this so that it's a little rectangle. I don't remember what I used to make that little hole. Oh, I think it had a little hole in it. So that's not from the arches. I wonder what that's from. Can't remember what that dye's from. That's interesting. I used something, obviously, to make that arch, and then it's got the little dots too. I thought that was the arch, but maybe not. That's interesting. I use black twine. And let's see if this works. I'm just going to use my take your pick tool. Make a hole for it. It's not as pretty as the hole punch, but until I get it, that's what it's going to have to do. I'm going to take this, trim a little piece. I'm going to shove it through. I'm going to need my take your pick tool. Shove that through. Go. And then I trimmed it, and then I just took my take your pick tool and frayed it. So pulled it apart. I know some people don't like that look. I like that look. I like the little like waves that it gives it. This is not cooperating. Don't know why. There we go. I don't know. I just thought that was cute the way it does that. It kind of matches the card some. Okay. So we have that. Let's get the house ready by adding just a little bit of glue. Around the windows. Okay. Down here. Always trim it up if you need to. Circle. Let's see. We have to move it around a little bit. Nope. Looks good. Now, this is not a Stampin' Up! Pen, but I did use this. It's a Jelly Roll pen. And I did outline a little bit where those, let's make sure this is working. Yep. You don't have to do this. I just decided to do this, and I just outlined some of the areas that Stampin' Up! Actually gave us to outline. They had little indents. Stampin' Up! I think used to have one of these. I wish they still did. I feel like cheating using somebody else's product. And you don't even have to do this. I'm just doing it. And because I did it on the original, I thought I should show you how I did it. I even added a little bit in the windows. Just to give it a little more something, right? Again, it's super cute without it. I just chose to do it with it. Okay, good enough. Ooh, look at that. I forgot to poke something out. I think I can still poke it, or is it glued down? Nope, poked out. So let's put our card together. This guy, I did not pop up, did I? Oh, I did pop up. No. So the house I did not pop up. Just gonna add a little bit of glue. Put it at the top. And over. Added this. I think it looks popped up because those dots are so popped. You know, they pop up so much on that one. Up here in the corner. Okay, the cat and the dog I did pop up. My dimensionals. There they are. Almost started a new one. There are his feet. They kind of overlapped onto the house. There's a lot of dimensionals on this little dog, but that's okay. I want them all stuck up. Okay. My dogs are being so good. They're so quiet. This guy right about there. And then the kitty. Give her a few dimensionals. I don't think she needs any little ones. We'll check as soon as we put her down. See that on her hat. Hold on. Okay. Put her over here. And then we added a couple bats. And those wings again. Little ones. Really only need like one in the center. One up here. Just want to make sure the wings, if they flatten, when they flatten out, they still go in the envelope. And one here. I don't know if I should do 3. I usually do things in 3, but I think that might be too much for the card. Let's see. I'm gonna just keep it at 2. Okay, so the inside, I really need to change out. I changed it. Oh, I wonder if I forgot to change it. I used the glitter paper and I changed it. I wonder if I forgot to put the non-glitter paper blade in. That might be the reason why I'm having such problems. Okay, so for this, I did all treats, happy Halloween, because it says no tricks, and then in here I'm putting all treats. So again, we're going to use that same method of taking the no treats and covering it up, and then remembering to take it off before you stamp. And I kind of put that right in the middle, upper middle. And then I did Happy Halloween, and then I used blending brushes to make it look like a little bit of a tie-dye going on. Let me do Happy Halloween really quick. And I'll show you about the blending brushes. Okay, Happy Halloween. Aw, thank you, Carmen. I appreciate that. I love coloring. I don't think I do as well on camera just because I try to rush. I kind of rush, but I appreciate that. Okay. So I went ahead and used my blending brushes. I love these things. I have to get more because I use them so much, and I should have more for each one, but each color. Like I have one for purples, one for browns, but my browns kind of turned into my orange, and I don't know. I really need to just get more. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my pumpkin pie and do a little bit. I always do a little off. I'm going to get rid of this right now. And I'm just going to go a little bit on the edges. This is a little darker than I did on the original, but I think I like that. I'm just going to go first the orange. Petunia pop. And wipe this orange, the pumpkin pie up. Yeah, I'm going to use my shirt because I didn't want to go grab a TP paper towel. Okay, then we're going to use Petunia pop. You do what you got to do, right? This scares me because I'm afraid that I'm going to leave a big mark. But here we go. Whew, it did work. I was afraid that it was going to, you know, leave the brush mark. You know how it does that? And I'm not going all the way down the bottom because there's going to be a strip of paper there. So I don't need to do that. There we go. And the last color I'm going to use is Granny Apple Green. I used the color of the cardstock, but I don't think I've used the actual ink for Granny Apple Green. Let's put that back. That one back. Exactly, whatever works. Okay, let's see, let's hope. Good. It worked. Okay. There we go. Just light, not super dark. Just using all the colors we kind of used in all the cards, on all the cards. Okay, so then we add this little piece of the candy paper. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down, and then we'll add, still haven't found the tearing tape. We'll go ahead and add the ribbon. It's down at the very bottom. I didn't cut this very well. I'll trim it off. It's funny. I don't know what I did. Must have did 4 1/4. There we go. Don't have tearing tape, so I think I'm going to add glue dots because I don't want to use liquid glue. I have tearing tape somewhere. Just can't find it right now. So I'm going to put a dot here and a dot here. Oh, no, that's not tearing tape. I thought I found it. Oh well. Take it and wrap it around. The dots aren't as forgiving as the tearing tape. There we go. I love that ribbon. So pretty. Okay, now we get to add that in. Normally I would do a tearing tape sandwich, but to hold the ribbon down, like Christine says, but can't do that. Add this here. Scoot it over just a bit. There we go. And we are done. I did not do any Stella, but I think we should Stella is candy, and the bats, and then the lights, the windows, I think would be cute Stella. I don't always use Stella, but some of these I think deserve to be Stella. Yeah. Perfect. Not perfect, but good enough. So, one with the dots. Yeah, got stuck. It's just the skin of it. Thanks, Carmen. Yeah, the ribbon is just so pretty. It's not like my favorite color. I wish they'd make other things in it. I mean, I like that color, don't get me wrong, but you know how you have certain colors that you use all the time? That is just not a color that I use all the time. It's beautiful, it's pretty, and I like this deeper purple, you know? So, okay, so there's card number 4. Card number 3. Move these up. Card number 2. And card number 1. Pretty cute, I think. I mean, the stamp set. I'm not calling my own work cute. And yeah, I think we're good to go on the Halloween. I won't be making more Halloween. If you like this class, anybody that's going to watch replay or anything, please reach out to me. Like I said, you can get me at, message me on Facebook, 2 Long Dogs and a Stamper. Or you can email me at Georgie's 2 Long Dogs at gmail.com. Thanks, Carmen. You're good for me. You always hang in there for me and give me good feedback, even if it's not might not be so honest. You're so kind. I appreciate that. I'm gonna switch you up and over so we can see. So let's see. I'm gonna have to bloop there. You're gonna see my ceiling, I think. There we go. And I'm back. I was playing with my hair, you can tell. I do that when I get all nervous and stuff. Okay. Well, I hope you like this class. Next week, I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't decided. I think I need to do fall or like Thanksgiving or something. This is the problem. I'm not prepared, so I can't prepare and advertise for it. So more people, I can try to get more people to come and watch and purchase. So I don't know if I'm going to skip a week or just do something quick just to be there and show you guys something, and then do an actual big class, 4-card class or something in 2 weeks so I can have time to prepare it and advertise it. I'm trying to figure this stuff out. If I didn't have to like really work for a living, I want to just do this. This is so much fun. But right now I have to work. And I mean, I love teaching, so that's an okay thing. It's just, yeah, staying home with my dogs and doing crafts, doing stamping would be my dream. So I appreciate you coming out and watching me. Thank you, Carmen, for hanging on. I don't know if Christina's still out there, but thank you, Christina, if you are. And the others that watched that didn't comment, I appreciate you watching. Yeah, exactly. Work does get in the way of the fun stuff. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. It's coming up 2 more days. And hopefully you'll come see me again next Wednesday and be surprised on what I'm doing, because I'm surprised. I will be surprised because I don't know yet. I'll think about it. Okay? You guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you again. I appreciate you. Lots of smiles hopefully coming your way, and of course lots of love. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye.